MTA Center for Advocacy, Leadership, and Entrepreneurship, MTA CALE. Today we'll be going over our introduction, impacted population, stakeholder organizations, MTA visions as a company, proposed solution, and an engagement plan. First, introduction of the problem. In recent years, it has appeared that every single month there's a new social issue that becomes the forefront of public attention, with more recently, such as Black Lives Matter movement, to the celebration of different months, such as February being Black History Month, March being Women's History Month, May being API Heritage Month, and June being LGBTQ History Month or Pride Month. Because of all this, there's been a sharp increase in consumers holding brands and companies responsible for the stance on social issues and the usage of their platform. So, what is the issue? Now, more than ever before, brands need guidance and training on how to navigate our social justice filled world. In our increasingly polarized state, simply staying silent and taking middle ground doesn't work anymore. So, who is affected by this? In short, every single industry is impacted, from small mom and pop shops to big tech like Facebook, to beauty and fashion like Sephora, and even food and beverage like Ben and Jerry's and McDonald's. Every single industry is impacted by this. Some example of different companies are shown here with Verizon's statement on Black Lives Matter for a tech company, beauty and fashion being Fashion Nova in the center, and in 2018, a food and beverage company being Chipotle had a float at the LA Pride Parade. Stakeholders involved. So some of the prospective clients are wide open. This include corporations, public sector agencies, nonprofits, and professional associations. An example, in Malawi, there's plenty of different nonprofit organizations working for a variety of different causes. One of them is Freshwater Project International that aims to bring fresh water to Malawi, especially rural Malawi. A corporation in Malawi that's very prominent is the conglomerate Press Corporation PLC. They have a very big existing corporate social responsibility initiatives, but they don't have a lot of things in regards to specifically social justice. Singapore. One of Singapore's biggest nonprofits is City of Good, a state-run philanthropy and nonprofit charity that aims for everybody to give back to the community in one way or another through a variety of different causes. DBS, one of the world's biggest bank, especially in Southeast Asia, East Asia, Europe, all over the world. They have a variety of different foundations and social issues that they donate to. And the United Arab Emirates, one nonprofit is Pink Caravan. Quite literally, they are a pink caravan, women riding on horses in a caravan promoting breast cancer awareness. And one of the most prominent UAE companies is Emirates, the airline that has grown to worldwide recognition based on their excellent service and overall airplane quality. So here we can see that 64% of consumers worldwide now buy on belief, and that's everywhere from Asia, South America, North America, East Asia, everywhere. People are now buying on belief more than others. MTA Vision Services. So where do we come in? MTA Visions has MTA Vision Center for Advocacy, Leadership, and Entrepreneurship. Advocacy, Leadership, and Entrepreneurship. MTA CALE champions innovative professional development, leadership training, and continuing education for change agents committed to pioneering the future of social good. So some of these things could include seminars such as how to support diversity both in and out of the workplace, CSR initiatives that drive profit with purpose, and social justice and philanthropy, and many more. So our proposed solution. Within the last year, many social justice issues have sprung up, and it's up to brands and companies to play an active part in social justice. Social initiatives are tricky. We have seen a lot of times companies being torn to shreds by the public for their tone deaf statements, but also other times where companies have been lifted up into positive light for their publicly deemed good statements and initiatives on social justice issues. MTA CALE can ensure that your corporation does social justice the right way. So something else that we offer that's not in MTA CALE, but MTA Visions as a company service, which is advisory opinion or technical assistance. Another is we can offer seminars, videos, and workshops on how to successfully navigate social justice. Some of the topics could include beyond the statement, how to create long-term brand reputation past occasional brand statements on issues, monthly actions where every single month there's different causes and when to release a statement and what to put. And lastly, accidents happen, what to do when an issue erupts and how to best tackle scenarios to diffuse and get back on track. There's also a big focus on current events, most notably currently with Black Lives Matter, such as with America erupting with a desire for change, all the brands we saw earlier putting out statements and action plans where some gained massive public support while others failed horribly. Another long-standing one is Pride Month. With every June being Pride Month, many companies celebrate and receive positive public responses, but others receive criticism for quote unquote rainbow marketing over social good. So, some case studies. So, there's successful initiatives out there that worked out and received positive feedback, but there's also plenty of failures that left consumers either confused or angry, which eventually all leads to a poor brand image. Social justice is not just an issue domestically, it's a global issue, ranging from North America to Africa, the Middle East to East Asia. Everywhere around the world, social justice is an issue. In the United States of America, this is McDonald's One of Us campaign that recently put out for Black Lives Matter, and the Choice campaign from Procter and Gamble was another campaign regarding Black Lives Matter. But they both elicited very different responses. Some responses from McDonald's was that this ad was very powerful in getting the point across on how the company feels about equality. But Procter and Gamble, some responses include, I do not like this ad. As a white person, it feels that you are attacking me for not rioting or something. Here we see a different chart of where different initiatives that we've seen in kind of rank, where very positive ones such as YouTube Stand Against Racial Justice campaign, and also pretty poor ones such as P and Procter and Gamble's The Choice campaign. Most of the time you want to be relatively in the universally appeal section, but there's always room to grow. United Arab Emirates. As a case study in the region, Airbnb pulled out Israeli listings and settlements in the West Bank, which caused widespread polarization. On the Palestinian side, and human rights campaigners praised Airbnb for their actions, but to the Israelis, it was seen as shameful and even anti-Semitic, according to some. This just goes to show how the Middle East is tricky. It's especially important to have guidance and trainings over their long-standing beliefs and customs. A nonprofit that's recently been rising, or a social justice issue around the region, is the Fight for Women's Rights. It's both growing in the UAE and surrounding region. One of their neighbors, Saudi Arabia, only recently allowed women to drive. Thus, there's many opportunities for women's rights to still progress in the whole region of the Middle East. Singapore. Singapore is world renowned as a giant hub for finance where everyone is rich with the likes of such as Crazy Rich Asians depicting a very glamorous Singapore. But one of the biggest issues that Singapore faces is the issue of income inequality, which is found that to be rooted in entrenched beliefs and attitude towards policies. One initiative that a company has been doing towards this is the Gobbler 5 and Comfort Del Grow group, which set up their TOKE program, the word TOKE meaning business owner in Malaysian, which aims to provide low-income families help become financially independent through business and personal finance training. And Malawi. One of the biggest issues in Malawi is electricity and internet. Much of the population of Malawi still resides in rural areas where only around 5% and has access to electricity. And in total, only 13% of the entire population of Malawi has access to the internet. And with that, it's still incredibly slow. For comparison, a video that would take us maybe 20 minutes to upload with very moderate levels of Wi-Fi in the United States would take an average Malawian 6 hours or more to just upload the exact same video. Something that has been recently been going on is UNHCR, with help from Microsoft, is aiming to expand infrastructure and access to electricity and internet in rural Malawi. And the hashtag campaign, hashtag MTA CALE, which you can find at MTA_CALE on Instagram. Thank you so much, and if you want more information, please contact teach@mtavisions.com.